among some guys that's running things. You know, I believe everybody should go to Hajj. Good, go. And I'm going to go because I can't have no intention. I ain't going to Hajj. But maybe a little delay or something. Maybe they, you know what the Saudis do to people? You know the death rate, how they slaughter and murder people. Imagine I go float in like Hajis for Iranians. Not that I'm an Iranian supporter, but in '87 they killed over 600 people from Iran. Killed them. Then the last, maybe 2015, there was another several hundred people. We don't know what happened. All Iranians. They just killed. So here, the Iranian got an Iranian flag on. Hey, man. Anyway, so for what we moving into right now is taking charge and reaffirming ourselves. Our idea is, we visited our brothers the other day at the Tufayl Center, and we had settled on doing work together. Okay. The global Muslims, they keeping the Muslims tied down. The West will develop Boko Haram in this place, right? And all the Africans will be killing each other. Okay. They'll have Daesh and everything, and they had them all new trucks and weapons in Iraq and in Syria, and it was unbelievable. And they taught them what they taught them, and they designed to kill Muslims. That's their job. Okay? We're not going to fight physically any Muslims, and we've already proven. That's what that assault in Oakland was about. I'm going to show the people a picture over and over again. This shows you where we're coming from. We are not going to fight, even though the people may be stumble bums and may have crackhead behavior. And they might be on the most human, the lowest part of the totem pole for human standards. And anybody, y'all have seen the paperwork, that a Negro will call the white police in Oakland, California, and tell them that there's a guy who have guns in the Masjid, and he just brought 2 shotguns from D.C., and everywhere you look is guns. All other people were, ain't nobody never found no gun, because there ain't never no gun. And the police, if you thinking about a gun, the police will shoot you in the United States. And it's not news for nobody. What kind of Negro, we're not just bringing this up now, we're going to bring this up for years and years. Because we're not in no hurry to solve these things in the court. We're going to bring them to the public eye. We're going to write books on all of this. Everything happened in Oakland is for a reason. The reason we're not solving this problem in the courts is not foot dragging, but that's not the way we're going to deal with this. We're going to show everybody in the world how this should be done. This is not arrogance, but everything. How do you deal with crackpot murderers? You got to break out with a big smile and a big hug. That's what we do. That's what we've already done. Not waste your bullets. It's haram for one Muslim to kill another Muslim. That's our stand. On Masjid and what have you, we've been stalling, not stalling, but on a long time. But here's our approach. new centers that we open will have this character. We just flip a coin for the first one. Okay, let's say the first masjid that we establish now. The imam would be probably, let's say, the first one might be a Sunni, and staff Sunni and everything, but Shias can have all their programs there, or whatever they want to do. Right? We got to show them how this is done, because they don't do that anywhere. The next masjid will be a masjid, the imam will be a Shia, and his staff will be kind of like Shia. When they have the prayer, when they call it down, Ashhadu an waliyullah, Ashhadu an Ali hujjatullah, that's what we're going to say. That's what we're going to say, because that's what, right? Yeah. And every other masjid, another Sunni masjid, it's just, right? Then the next one, another Shia masjid. But the Shias can do anything they want in the Sunni masjid, but when they do the prayer, everybody's going to pray. Like if the brothers want to put turba down, they can put turba down. Just like here, they can do anything they want. And we're going to show them how that you can do that. Because they don't know how to do it. Think about it, they don't know how to do it. That's the opportunity. You know, when you think about what's our mission, that's been our mission all along, to show people how to practice Islam in the first quarter of the 21st century. That's our job. That's one of our missions. And that's what, with God's help, that's what we're going to do. I mean, that's what we're going to do. And remembrance programs and all of that, they're going to start right away. We might have one in 2 weeks. We might have one brother speak about Tufayl, and I'll speak about it, Brother Abdul Haq. We already got the game on food, right? We'll have one in there. We'll tell everybody on this thing. And that's what we'll do. I mean, soon. We're not going to wait for weigh-in. If we're going to start that stuff right away. And September 15th will be, we'll call it something, but it'll be Brother Tufayl's birthday, so we can't call it a celebration. We'll call it something. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And we're going to talk about Brother Tufayl and people like Brother Tufayl. And there's Negroes all over America. Ain't nobody said nothing about. Good Negroes, the Muslims here. You got to remember now, we accepted Islam, and everybody else that's a Muslim and all these people are trying to integrate into America. And they go pay all our big speakers to talk about integrating into America. And here we are talking about, we don't want no part of that. They talking about get out to vote. We say if you want to vote, go ahead. We read the part that said the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, never had no idea or never thought nothing about us being a part of this country. And they have practiced that up till today. Where could you, a population of people, you could give a badge and a gun to a third-grade educated white man, and he has the legal ability to shoot you, to take your life without an order from the court, right? Without nothing. And they think that's true. They don't think there's nothing wrong with that, right? Can you imagine? You can't do that anywhere in the world. They talk about Soviet-style oppression. What more oppression than it is that you could take people, the lowest level of the people that didn't like you because the higher level that they get. Yeah, we'll go to school, we'll do whatever it is. They're nice people, right? Yeah. But the ones that the only thing they got going, you got to remember, in Dixie, the only difference between a poor white man and a poor African American is that he was white. They call him white trash. White trash. Can you imagine? They call him that. White trash. Now they call him trailer trash and other numbers. You give them, the only thing they got going is that in the hierarchy, they're one step above you because of race. You got to remember, I was listening today, the police department, the black police have been stepping back from. Some have resigned from. Yeah, they resigned. Why? Because in Houston or somewhere they voted for, they're gonna vote for Trump. They said that don't have nothing to do with us. So the black police and they police, they can see what's going on, right? They're there. And they know when they go out with anyway, it's a long story. They give them guys. You notice, out of all the black police in the United States, how many black police have shot down a young black kid? Technically. Huh? I heard of one case, one guy shot one, and he was probably crazy. But nobody else, it don't happen. Okay, they give the right of a judge, jury, and executioner to these idiots. And they don't, people don't believe that people leave the police station looking for an opportunity to either brutalize or kill a black person. I would say 25% of them have it. See, all other people, they ain't never been in the back room where ain't nobody back there but you and that white man. There ain't no barrier between. You see who they are. They can tell me anything they want. I said, I was already in the room with boss man. I already know where I don't care what your statistics say. I'd have been in the room with him several times. I've been in a situation where the only thing saved my life was a big pretty car, because police pulled me out of my big pretty car, left the doors open, the sunroof back, and they took me around the corner to a Royal Park to finish the job. And they was in the process. The people was 82nd Avenue and Bancroft, they looked and that's Big Hank's car. So that everybody in the neighborhood was looking, where's Big Hank at? His doors was wide open. You know what I mean? The car got Meek in it, got an 11-channel telephone. What is this car doing open like that? The police just took him out, and they looked like they was going around the corner. The people pulled up to the Royal Park. The police had me in the parking lot, and you know when talking about the cavalry blowing the whistle and everybody walk in, the Negroes, you think you ain't never been happy to see those Negroes, but I have, I tell you. And no sense me lying. To this very day, I like Negroes. The Negroes pulled up. There they are, there. And the police was mad. So I don't care technically about no statistics. I say them. I say them because, just saying them. But when they talk about the police, you can't tell. Y'all ever see my police record, arrest record?
Right. Yeah.
Nobody in the United States has one of those. Nobody lived through that many arrests over that long a period of time, right? So police brutality and all of that, hey, you have to know, I use the term highs as not fortunate, but lucky. Because you can use those that do this, that, they're going to be fortunate. That's what they're doing. But the next meaning is lucky. Yeah, I know what it is. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm going to speed up. Our past prison movements, Muslims used to get out of prison and join the movement. The Muslims in prison are there. That mentality that they have overseas, the overseas Muslims, this is the problem. The overseas Muslims have taught us how to fight each other and to disrespect each other. Here we are, born and raised on the same block, in the same city, same environment, the same elementary school, everything else, and we accept Islam. And somebody from Ooga Booga land, right, comes over here and tells us, tell one, you can't like him because he's a red-headed Muslim. You can't like him, he's a black-headed Muslim. We used to use the long-haired Muslim. What do you think they think about the long-haired Muslim and the short-haired Muslim? The same thing, right? That's what we're trying to say. So, the Muslims, we have to revive that. And we have to teach the Muslims in prison that come out of prison with a program to join the movement. But you have to have a movement. Imagine this is the first period where there hasn't been a movement to join. No movement to join. Okay. All right. So we show our head wounds as a symbol of peace. Perception management is how they act. They draw the picture of us and they act according to that picture. Now, that's the system. But the anti-Muslim establishment draws a picture of African American Muslims, right? For the foreigners. And so you could look at the Masjid and the centers around here. Okay, one place, one of the leaders used to come here all the time. The first thing he said, we should go out to their joint on Friday evening and give talks, sometimes give khutbah. He said, they are not beggars. He came here and saw what we was doing, and that's the first, I said, why would he say that? You wouldn't go to one Muslim place and say, they're not beggars, but when he came here, he said, they are not beggars. No, out there in Manassas, that's the first thing, that center is different. Because see, they always was giving us and controlling. That's why when you can see certain centers, you can see where they initiated the thing to draw people away from here. But we're going to use that against them. Yeah. We ain't going to let nobody come and y'all can't be friends. Oh, not that well because of such and such. That's y'all's problem. Right? That's y'all's problem. We're going to show you how, oh yeah, we can't do it, watch and see. That's where we're headed right now, inshallah. That's part of the you know, it's not a gift to Brother Tufayl, but it's something that you dedicate. It's a dedication for a life of service, right? Everybody is dedicated to life of service. What about us? What about somebody that's dedicated their life, right, to the service of Islam? And oh, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, and they go home. We're not going to do that anymore. Absolutely not. We're going to research and find our brothers and sisters who have made a contribution to Islam in America, and we're going to have regular programs. They can come or they don't have to come. If they don't come, we'll lead up the food ourselves and have a nice, program amongst ourselves. We're going to invite people to come and begin to learn and appreciate your history, right? appreciate your history, your contribution. Okay. We talked about one living, one past, the character and the lifestyle of our people. I'm going to skip over a lot of this stuff and just do it on Juma. As for now, tomorrow we're suggesting that all of these things we're talking about doing, we have to do it ourselves. That means we want our people to contribute to, when we dedicate a life, person is dedicated their life to Islam, and we have a program in their honor, we want our people to contribute to that financially. That's the main thing everybody has used against us. Why do you think from the very beginning, not only the man of Islam, but we own our own property? And even when we bought the property over there, across the street, we had some things we wanted to still do here, but we took the money and bought the property across the street. Why? Because we know it's a time limit on this. It's a shelf life. We can already see that they're tightening up their boats and they're shifting this thing and that thing, and pretty soon it's going to be slammed shut on us. And what is it now? It's slammed shut. All right. And then the demobilize, the immobilize, where you can't get the benefit from that. We pay the price for around now on 8th Street. They have doubled and tripled up how much we have to pay on the 50/45. Everything else is 0.85% on that is a higher percentage to get us to sell it. We're not going to bother with it, don't worry. They put stuff on the property over there. That thing is lot number 13. They write stuff on us for lot number 15, 14, 15, and 16. Those three unfinished. And they charged us $1,500, $2,000, $11,000. I still got the thing. They were going to charge us